Hey guys, in this video we're going to take a look at the material box, which is kind of like a light box, and also the slider. Now the slider is similar to the carousel slider version, but it's a little different, so I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to go to 4_5 material box slider.html and go to where it says start here. Alright, so we basically just have a row with two 6-column divs, so I'm going to put one material box here and then one on this side. One will have a caption and one won't. So basically we just have an image tag here, and we're going to add our image source, which will be img/image1.jpg, and then we're also going to give this a class of material boxed, and then we're going to give it a width of 100%. Okay, and that's it. Let's save it. So there's our image. If I go and I hover over it, you'll see automatically it fades out and it gives us this magnifying glass icon. If I click it, then it brings the image into focus, so it gives us a nice light box effect with almost no work at all, just a class and a width. Alright, now if we want to have a caption, what we could do is let's just copy this and replace this image here. We'll put it to image 2. And we still want the material box class and the width, but all we have to do is add a data caption attribute, and we'll say this is my awesome photo, and save. And same thing, now if I click it, you'll see down here we get a little caption. Alright, so pretty cool, pretty easy. Next we're going to take a look at the slider. So for the slider, we're going to give this div that wraps around this UL a class of slider, and then the UL will get a class of slides. Okay, and then the LIs don't have to have any special class. We're going to put our image in here. I'm going to use image 3 since we used 1 and 2 on the material box. And then the div that goes around the H3 and the H5 here, we're going to go ahead and give that a class of caption. And let's see, for the H5, I'm going to give that a class of light, and let's do gray dash text, and let's say text dash lighten 3. So just changing up the color a bit, making it a little lighter. Alright, and then what I'll do is copy this whole div here. Alright, so the caption div, and I'll replace this, paste that in. Let's throw our image in here. We'll do image 4. And then let's see, we'll go down here, we'll replace this div again, and we'll do image 5.jpg, and I'm just going to change these captions because they don't make sense. We're going to do the center one there. This one will be the left. We'll say left align caption, and this will be right align caption. Alright, so if I save that, we're just going to see a box here, and that's because we haven't initialized it. So we need to go down to the JavaScript, and we're just going to use a little bit of jQuery here and say the class of slider, and then we want to call dot slider. Okay, and now you can see we have our image. We also get these little dots down here. We have our caption. Now the text is not aligned yet. I haven't added the class for that. They're all in the same place. But let's say for the first image, which is actually image 3, let's say we want to center that. So what we would do is add into where we have the caption class. We would say center dash align. And let's see, this one here, we'll put in a class of left align, and then we have right align. Alright, we'll save that, and now that one's centered. You can't really see it. I guess we should probably make this text darker. So let's do class. Actually, we want the first one. Let's do class equals, we'll say black, and we'll do black for this one as well. Or I'm sorry, it should be black text. Otherwise, it's going to do the background. There we go. So that's centered. Next one comes in from the left. Next one comes in from the right. Okay, so that's a slider. Now we can add options as well. So if we go down to where we have our slider and we pass in an object, we can say indicators. So if we wanted to not show the indicators, which are those dots, we'll save that. Now you'll see those are gone, but I'm going to keep that to true. We can also change the height. So I think the default is 400, but if we wanted to do, let's say 600 and save, you'll see that now it's bigger. I'm going to keep it at 400. We can also change the transition speed, which is I think 500 by default, but let's set it to 2000. So now it takes a lot longer to go from one image to the other. You'll see when it changes, it takes a lot longer to kind of fade in. But the default, I believe, is 500. And then we can also change the interval for which the image shows. I believe the default is 6 seconds. Let's change it to 2. So we'll save. It should stay for 2 seconds, switch, 2 seconds, switch, and so on. But we'll set it to 6, which is the default. So you have a couple different options that you can use with the slider. So some pretty cool effects, nice components. But that's it. In the next video, we're going to take a look at modals.